Episode 4060, A Little Bit of Love.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. I hope you're having a fabulous week. It's hard to believe that, man, when is it ever going to slow down? And we've got school coming to a close, Memorial Day around the corner, but take a deep breath. It's Inspiration Motivation Day, a little bit of love. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter. The Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, as you know, we go live every Tuesday on pray.com. You can head on over there to watch our TV show. It's only a 30-minute show, not very long. You'll find us there at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 10:30 a.m. Central, 8:30 a.m. Pacific. And believe it or not, if you're like, well, I can't be there at those times. Well, the stuff is still there. You can watch it on replay. And we're working right now diligently to put all of this on our website and maybe YouTube. Not sure. We're still working on what that looks like. But there's a lot happening here in the next few weeks, and I wish I could move faster. But you know what? Just because you get older and wiser doesn't mean your energy speeds up, nor does it mean that you can go as fast as Superwoman or, Wonder Woman, whatever it is. It just doesn't work that way. Your speed limit actually stays about 55 miles per hour when you feel like you need to be going 115 to 120 miles per hour. But we're not on the Autobahn, but we'll leave that one for another episode. So let's really dive in today. I want you to have a smile on your face because we live in this world that often feels like it's spinning too fast, demanding more and more than we can give. It's like, hello, I need you here. I need you here. What about here? Please come over here. Pulling our attention in every direction, but inward. And it's easy to get stuck reacting to the noise around us, to the pressures and the expectations flying at us like relentless waves. I mean, it's just crashing all around us. But what if the real anchor isn't out there? It's right here, inside you. What if the difference between feeling overwhelmed and feeling whole is simply giving yourself a little bit of love? And this isn't about knowing everything or having those perfect moments all the time, because I don't know about you, but my days are not fulfilling when they're perfect moments because they don't happen. They just don't. I mean, look back on your Mother's Day. Maybe you celebrated with your mom if you're blessed to still have her with you. Maybe you celebrated with friends. Maybe you celebrated with just your family, or maybe you're like, no, Christiane, I was by myself. Those moments that you try to create to have, I want this to look a certain way. Like maybe you take family pictures and you're like, I want to have the perfect moment. No, capture the moment instead. Don't look for the perfection because you won't find it. And so if it's not about the perfect moments, if it's not about knowing everything, what is it about, right? Well, it's about the quiet practice of compassion towards yourself, the willingness to hold space for who you are right now with all your flaws and all your scars. And when you offer yourself that kindness and patience, something essential begins to shift within you. You stop being your harshest critic and you start becoming your own ally. You begin to see the person that you are now and the one you're becoming is not opposing forces, right? But it's part of the same beautiful, evolving story. What's happening as you write each chapter. But without that focus on self-love, life can feel like a relentless storm. It just keeps coming at you, barreling down. Days blur into this exhaustion of cycles. And then you find yourself saying, gosh, I'm just being tormented. I'm being bombarded. I just can't get through the day. I'm done. When you're caught in that storm, the weight of it can make you lose sight of yourself, right? You look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, who am I? What am I doing? It's almost as if you're awake, but you're not. And you know what you're doing. I mean, you haven't lost your mind, literally, but it truly is about this feeling that's deeper, deep within your spirit, your true essence, right? And the direction you're meant to walk. You lose sight of it and you feel like, I don't know even why. And then you wonder why you head to your lounge chair, that lazy boy recliner that's got your little butt marks in it. It might feel great. And at times when you have the rain and you have a moment to be able to snuggle up with it and have your cup of tea or whatever you like to drink and a book, or, maybe you are scrolling on, reels, whatever works for you. But the problem is you can't do that all the time. Because if you are doing that all the time, we've got other issues. So I want you to take heart. Even in those darkest moments, you don't need a revolutionary change. You just need a little bit of love. A little bit of self-love. And that little bit might mean pausing when the world expects you to rush. Speaking to yourself with encouragement instead of judgment. Setting a boundary that protects your energy. Taking a simple moment to breathe deeply without guilt. My friend, these small acts of care, they're not selfish. They are the foundation for clarifying who you are and where you're headed. What you're doing now to create your now so you can go where you need to go tomorrow, which then becomes today. And when you nurture love for yourself, having compassion for yourself, it creates a ripple effect. And that allows you to recognize the strengths that have carried you this far. It's like, yeah, I did do something well. Yeah, pat yourself on the back. It's okay. Be proud of your hard work, your strengths, even your weaknesses. Maybe for you, it creates this ripple effect when you gain the courage to face challenges without losing yourself in the struggle, right? You don't get burned by the fire, but you figure out how to go either through it or around it. And maybe also you got to tap into a well of resilience that doesn't depend on external validation, but on an honest connection with your own heart. A lot of times we're moving too fast and we forget not to feel what we think we should be feeling so we can define what we want to define in the moment that we are, but really what are we feeling deeper down than just those surface level emotions and feelings? Have you ever planted good old, you've got the spring here, right? You're planting your annuals and perennials, and maybe you're planting even trees. We've been doing a lot of that lately. If you haven't caught up, short story, we lost our over 150-year-old oak tree in our front yard. Literally fell, completely covered our front yard. You could not see our home. Praise the Lord. It did hit the house, but there was no structural damage whatsoever. There is some damage, but it all can be replaced. It all can be fixed, and no one was harmed when it happened. Praise the Lord. And it happened during a storm. We don't know the exacts, specifications as to, was it a straight line wind? What was it? We don't know. It just ended up in our yard. And now we're living in a little bit of a mess. Well, when you're planting and you're doing things, right, you've got to protect what you plant. You've got to protect their roots. You've got to be able to keep the moisture in so they can continue to grow, right? The roots will grow a little bit deeper and a little bit broader. But you also have to keep the weeds out so the weeds don't grow and they don't suffocate the plants or the trees that you're putting into the ground. And there are different ways you can do that. Some people do it with leaves. Well, leaves are great, but they need to be kind of like mulched up. Otherwise, they're just going to suffocate it because it's like laying this blanket and it has no air. Trees are breathing, right? Specimens, so are plants. They need air. They need sunlight. They need water. And so when I look at what we're doing in our everyday and we begin to beat ourselves up and we think, gosh darn it, I just wish, I'm tired, I'm overwhelmed, there's so much going on. And you're putting like, I have to be a certain thing or be a certain person or show up a certain way. We miss what matters. And that missing of what matters is what's in the heart, which is much deeper than your emotions and your feelings. Because those things come up very fast, right? Whatever hits you real fast, that's not something that's deep. That's surface level. You got to go deeper. Get into the roots. Get your hands and your heart a little dirty in the nitty-gritty of life. So today, maybe if you're feeling a little bit heavy, or your path feels uncertain, or you're just overwhelmed, you're just like, I don't know really where I'm going, but I know there's something on the other side. Remember this. What you really need is just a little bit of love. A simple choice you can make right now to create your now. Give yourself that gift and honor who you are today and who you are becoming tomorrow. Go in peace, be present, be incredible, be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.